are back. Saints Block Party Podcast coming at you. And the Saints just finished their second preseason game, taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And ending in a 17-17 tie. Probably should have won the game, and for being honest, we got hosed in preseason games somehow. But very entertaining game if you're a Saints fan. Adam here joined with my guy Wolf, aka Ryan, SVP, presented by Precious Works LLC, and we have a lot to talk about. Out the bat, I don't want to belabor it anymore. Let me just take a sip here. Yes. Um, Quarterback competition. The notification was announced, or it came out yesterday in the news. Tyler Shough will be starting. And for the most part, he got the opportunity to start with most of the starters. Um, the only starters that weren't out there were Eric McCoy at center, and obviously Trevor Penny still dealing with his injury. So there was Dylan Radins out there at left guard. Uh, but he did have essentially, and AK was not at running back, but he did have essentially Chris Olave. He did have Rashid Shaheed. Jawan Johnson was not out there at tight end. This quarterback competition is something else. Wolf.
Uh, it's so tipsy turvy, man.
It is. It is. And we can kind of guess also maybe I mean, to a degree, I don't want to belabor it too much. The Saints did have their joint practices against um, the Rams on Thursday leading up to this. And we got to see Shuck. I think it was rough. We kind of had that rough start. Some of it being uh, on offensive line. You got some offensive line issues. Um, I think once I think it was the third drive because I think the second drive they went three and out, if I remember
Mhm.
correctly. Once that third drive, he had a great ball to Welsh, the tight end, beautiful ball, great catch, and it just kind of got going. It once that process and speeds up for him, it goes more up tempo, and it just he has to kind of think less.
Mhm.
You see Tyler Shuck shine, and probably had it not been for a Chris Olave drop where he's sliding on the dome turf,
Yeah,
that might end up potentially maybe a touchdown drive. Who knows?
it's a
Who knows?
big play.
Big
Big
play
play.
on third down. Shout out to our dude Chris with the $50 super chat. Much love, brother.
Much love
Um,
to you, Chris.
and I think that's just the thing I said in during the live stream is the thing that I think like that I won't say worries me, but that I think you saw today is that we saw Tyler Shook against a first starting defensive line in the NFL. Like that was
Yep.
the Jags starting defensive line, and that's what I think that's what whoever's going to start, but like especially for him as a rookie quarterback, he had that play where it was intentional grounding,
Right.
and I think you saw who he is as a player, and that's it's going to just be the ups and downs and the valleys of him. You also saw the good things like the throw to Cedric Wilson, the throw to Welsh, and things like that. Um, those are the things you want to see from him as well. Oh boy, it's just fascinating, bro. It's just fascinating.
They're fascinating, man. And the thing about Tyler Shuck is if you're gonna live with him, you got to be ready for the ride. Because it's gonna be a roller coaster, bro. Just from a pure standpoint of him being a rookie, like he has to get comfortable. It's just the variance that you get in one drive, not even the game, just one drive. It's just it's gonna be a swing of emotions. Like the first two drives, you were like, man, this is bad. Like it was looking terrible. not just because of him, but just like the whole operation was just awful. And then he puts together some stuff, and then it's like, oh,
Yep.
okay, it's starting to look good. It's starting good. And I think that's how his like full games will go. Like full games will be just like that, just like oh. It's just all over the place, bro. All over the place. The dude could throw, man. The dude can sling
Yes.
the
Yeah,
rock.
you can.
You can tell they wanted to get him going a little better this game since they put Shaheed and Olave in there, and they took out Jawan. Um, I think they could have, he could have used Jawan, but Jawan. So I guess you can't get everything. And the offensive line, it's like it's it's worrying me a lot, man. Not just in pass pro, like pass pro is obvious, but the run blocking, man. Like
They can't
I
run the ball.
can't.
Wolf.
They can't run the ball right now, bro. Like they can't run it well. Like, yeah, on 3rd and 30, Kendrick can bust a long one, 15 yards because they're gonna give you that. But it's like when you got to run the ball, they can't run the ball, man, and that's gonna be tough. I know AK's not in there, but even still, even with AK, hey, you got to block for the guy. You know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
we saw it. I think that's where seeing the joint practices against the Rams were helpful. And I get it. Like you could say, like, yeah, the Rams have one of the best like defensive lines in the NFL. And I get that. I get it. But also, like, this is like where the strength of this team really should be. Like
Right,
we McCoy practiced in those joint practices, and I know Penny
right.
wasn't in there, but McCoy was in there. Like pretty much the entire starting offensive line practiced against the Rams minus Penny with his injury, and they had nothing in the run game against the Rams.
Nothing,
And I get it.
nothing.
You can say, well, that's the toughest defensive line they're going to see all season, and what have you. Okay, but the overarching thing is for this team to be successful, whoever the quarterback is going to be starting, Shough, Rattler, whoever it's going to be, there's going to have to be a run game that's going to some degree, that's going to have to ease the game for whoever is behind the center. And if they can't have that to fall back on, we all know it's going to be a long season regardless.
Hmm.
It's going to be an even longer season because it is going to just magnify how much it's going to be to
Yeah,
move the ball.
because you run on first down, then it's 2nd and 9, and okay, you throw a pass incomplete. Now it's 3rd and 9.
Third nine.
It's like, oh, what we
Here we
do
go.
now?
Here,
Now you
here,
don't
here-
have, and you don't have big receivers to kind of work the intermediate, so you try to put pinpoint passes on Rashid Shaheed and Chris Olave, and okay, now it's 3 and out. Now your defense got to come back on the field, so it all works together. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that run game gonna be crucial, bro. Like,
one of the most, I don't know, semi entertaining, not entertaining, maybe that's not the right word. I think the first, like during the first 2 weeks, I think Saints fans who may been like, oh, this team's not like, I think people are like finally starting to realize like this team is 100% potentially going to be a top three,
yeah,
top five team.
and you can see it in preseason. Like, I haven't watched like every preseason game for every team or nothing, but like just watching other teams, I'm like, damn, Saints bad. Like, it just
Bad, bro.
comparison, it's like, damn, the Saints really kind of down bad, bro. Like,
Cause I remember like we got so much pushback during the off season. It was like no, like and it's like no, like just you just got to just look at like just go through the team like position by position, player by player. This is like again, it wasn't like us like wanting this team to be bad. Like
no,
just what it was, bro. Like it's literally
it did it
what it was.
organically. Like, organically happened through Loomis and company. It just got bad, man. Like, just look at the roster, bro. Like, the roster is like some of the throws was like pinpoint from Shough, from Rattler, and it's like, golly, man. Like, can somebody help? It's not a roster built to uplift young quarterbacks.
No,
It's not that type of
no.
roster. You know, it can't. It's not uplifting anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like it needs somebody to uplift it. But we bringing in 2 young quarterbacks, man.
Um, so Shough leads the on his third drive. He leads them, um, goes down, gets a field goal. Olave has that drop, um, and then I think after that they switched.
Yeah,
When
he went
after
9 to 12. He went 9 to 12 for 66 yards.
Yeah, I was like, I wasn't putting too much stock into the defense because the Jags had their first team offense going against like
Yeah,
our second and third. Like I was really just watching more like individual players,
yeah,
and I'll get into that because we're kind of talking offense now, and then we'll kind of switch over to like more just players. Rattler goes out there, and something that we were just saying is like he played tight last week. He wasn't letting
yeah,
it loose completely. 180 from how he played against the Chargers, like a
yeah.
complete 180. Like he let it rip, um, and he looked like the Spencer of how he played in the preseason, last year. He played in the regular
That's
season last year.
exactly.
Just decisive, overall decisive with the football. And I also want to say I felt like Shough was decisive in his third drive. In this third
Mhm.
drive, I felt like he was decisive, and he,
Yeah,
he made some good throws. Um, I said this in the Discord because I think this is what it kind of boils down to, and we can break down like the plays and what have you. But I think ultimately what this quarterback decision is going to boil down to in terms of who the starting quarterback is I think coaches if the coaches have their way in terms of who the starter is, I think Rattler will be named the starting quarterback. I think if the GM and Mickey Loomis has his decision in who the starter is, I think Tyler Shough is going to be the starter come week 1. And if you go back and listen to our episode we did when Derek Carr retired. Like I literally talked about that piece of news that Mickey Loomis wanted Carr to start, or sorry, not Carr, wanted Shough to start. That episode was recorded on Mother's Day, so that was like in May. So the concerning part to me in that it all goes back to the two things that is concerning from that piece, and I'm trying to peep the folks to some news here is if the coaching staff feels that potentially Rattler has at least potentially outperformed Shough in the quarterback competition from training camp, in terms of the evaluation process, maybe including Kellen, is like, why isn't he putting his foot down to Mickey and saying like, hey, like I'm not. It's not even like maybe like I'm not opposed to starting Shough at some point, but like maybe just not right now. Like
yeah.
maybe he's just not ready right now. And then the other thing is like, again, why is Mickey Loomis getting involved in making football
Why are you
decisions?
even? Why even have an opinion? Shouldn't even have an opinion at this point. Like you are not qualified. Not qualified. Stick to the Excel spreadsheets, whatever. Like you are not qualified to even talk to them about that. Like it just makes no sense. And look, the football gonna speak for itself, man. Like nobody. It's not like Spencer Rattler has blown this competition
No,
away.
no,
He has. He has
no,
not.
not he has not.
It's more of a thing where he looks when you watch him, he just looks like a professional quarterback. And that's not saying he's like going to be a franchise quarterback or should keep the job the whole year. It doesn't even mean that. It just means like if you're going to start a game week 1 against an NFL team, against starters who running exotic blitzes and exotic coverages and changing things up, and they film studied for some weeks, game planning. I think Spencer Rattler is somebody you're more comfortable going in that game with than Tyler Shough right now. Like, and I don't even think that's like controversial. Like,
It's crazy though because like I feel like saying that and putting that out in the ether, like it feels like that take is it feels saying that it's controversial right now.
right, and it really shouldn't be because you just gotta look in totality what we've seen from Shough, not just in game. Like Kellen Moore said himself over and over again, what's the main thing he's looking for? Consistency. Like, he just wants consistency. And right now, just Rattler is just the most consistent guy. You could find holes in his game, obviously, but like just as far as like snap to snap, game to game consistency, it's just Spencer Rattler. We've seen that play out in practice. Like, why do they keep giving them the ones? Like they gave him the ones with the Rams versus the Rams this week.
Yep.
You know, like obviously they at least see that, but obviously they also want Shough to play. You know what I'm saying? And they want to get him in as soon as possible. But every time I watch him, I just think, man, he got a ways to go. He got a ways to go.
Like I think about Shough, and this is we saw it with Rattler last year. Any rookie quarterback, really, but going against like a Todd Bowles defense,
or swimming, head swimming, bro. Like, what am I looking at? And you gonna be going up against Gannon week 1?
Oh, Jonathan Gannon week 1.
Come on, man. Come on, bro.
I'll keep it as simple as this. If Shough is named the starter week 1, that to me will tell me that decision is coming 100% from the GM.
And Kellen Moore nuts have been completely chopped off. They don't exist. No nuts. No nuts, Kellen. No balls. Because if you're a head coach and you letting the front office dictate your quarterback decision, and you the head coach, you must ain't got no balls, brother. None. They would have to come snatch a motherfucker off the field. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because what's the alternative? Like, what are you gonna do? Fire
me? Like, okay, like, knock yourself out. Like, this is my decision. Like, I control. Like, you run a 53, you draft and all that stuff. I get that, but the 46 or 47 that active on game day and plays, I'm the head coach. I decide that. Period.
Dante said, which was the concern going into hiring to Kellen?
Always was. Always was. And we're going to find out, though.
Because what the funny thing is, everyone keeps pointing to like this third preseason game. Like, bro, like, no one, like this quarterback battle is not. No one is making like this. They have all the evaluation that they need from 2 preseason games and an entire training camp. Like, I guarantee you, a third preseason game is
training camp is over. Like, training camp is done. It's over. The final preseason game is this Saturday coming up, and after that, it's like normal schedule. You know what I'm saying? Practicing on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. Like, it's over, man. Like, so they got the data they need. They know who they want to start. You know, it's just all about making a decision and putting it out there. Like, when we'll find out, I don't know.
That's gonna be the key. Is like when that news
comes out. They might take that in the tuck till like literally the week going into the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Or like they could. It would just be such a because they were just. I think I saw something like the Browns will. Was it the Browns? I think like the Browns will announce their starter before the third preseason game for week 1. Just makes sense.
Yeah,
it makes no sense to do this. Like, you had a whole training camp. You had 2 preseason games to decide who the starter was. Like just,
make a decision.
just name the starter. Other things I need to see Shipkins with the starters. I need him at left guard instead of Dylan Radins. And honestly, someone, I think, Grant on Twitter, but if Ruiz continues to struggle, even when Penny comes back, I'm just saying, bro, like 68 looks good out there. Like, he looks like he belongs.
I'm telling you, bro. And look, Ruiz is like a man. Like, bro, he got to get his act together.
It's like, awful.
It's looked bad for weeks, bro. And even in training camp clips, like, it's just not look good. Like, what is the deal, bro? Like, I know you've never been a great player, but like, you're becoming asser than normal. Like, more ass. It's like, what has happened here? Like, you the veteran on that line right now. You know what I'm saying? You the big dog. Like, you're supposed to hold it down, man. Like, and it goes back to that run game also, bro.
Yep.
Like,
He's a key factor in that. Like oh, it's gonna be a long season, Wolf.
it's a long season, bro. Long season. I'm like, golly.
Josue Sandoval with the $199 super chat. Hashtag arch my back.
Let's take off that back, baby.
We might not have to try very hard, bro.
Don't even have to try. People like tanking. It's like, ain't no.
It's a natural tank.
Natural. Like, look at these. Like, now on a positive note, I got to give credit to Mason Tipton, bro.
Yes.
Like, Mason Tipton, somebody who I've been kind of on of like, okay, just show me a little more. Show me that you want this job. And he showed it today, bro. 6 for 100, average 16.7 yards a catch, tracking the ball well downfield.
Well, bro.
Made some clutch catches. Man, I mean, that's how it, like, he might not fit the dynamic of what we like need on the offense, right, since we already got guys like in that male, but you can't let that go. Like that route he ran where he like stacked that DB and just got over him. Boom. Like, that's nice, bro. Like, that's nice. Like, you got to get that.
I tweeted it. He low key might be already wide receiver 3. Like,
might be, bro. I don't think that's crazy at all. Dante Pettis had 4 for 57. Pettis just kind of frustrating because he'll just, hey, you scratch your head one play, then the next play he'll make a good catch. He just kind of annoying.
Speaking of players we're giving props to, because he has been a whipping boy on this podcast for quite a while. I do want to give some love to Kendre Miller. Even though like there was no holes, like he
running hard, bro.
Running hard and still healthy, bro. Ain't still injured. Healthy. And if this line could like legit open holes for Kendre, like you would see him break some stuff, bro. You would legit see him break through some stuff.
No question. I'm happy for him too, bro. Like he has done everything he could behind this line, running hard, making plays where they aren't, breaking tackles.
He's clearly he's clearly RB2. RB2.
Clearly, bro. Clearly. And look, they only had him in there for 6 carries early, and then they got him out of there. So that should tell you something right there. You know what I'm saying? That Clyde Edwards-Helaire probably still makes the team, but I think it's contingent on cut day and any moves they make. Yeah. We talked a lot about Trevor Etienne kind of being on a potential cut block by the Jags. Somebody we could potentially look at. Cam Akers. Nah, bro. Like Cam Akers is. I'm good on that, bro.
Hashtag I'm good, bro.
I'm good.
I do think with this draft class, players like Danny Stutzman, who had a good day.
Had a terrific pass breakup. Terrific. Just reaching out.
Phenomenal. Sanker had some great hits, had that interception. And then even with Jalen Ford, who was a draft pick last year, that great interception.
That interception was great, bro. Like,
fantastic.
That was a great interception. I was like, wow. Hadn't seen that in a while.
There's some players that have talent, and I think this is going to be a huge season of transition where we're going to see a lot of players, potentially a lot of young players who are going to get a lot of snaps. So with Stutzman, like obviously he has Warner, he has DeMario in front of him, but I think with this draft class, with Banks, Shough, Broughton, Sanker, Stuntsman. They drafted fucking 9 players. So you would think, like, with the number of picks that they had, hopefully their hit rate is high. And I think we're seeing the potential of the players like that pick. And with Sanker Johnny on the spot, he had some really nice plays in terms of just like he had a play where it was like a screen to the outside. And he like just just flew in. So like there's some players on this team, and I think our dude Tony said it best. Like this whole season, it sounds weird, bro. And it sounds like a really sad way to see the season, but like this whole season is really going to be about like evaluating like players, bro. Like evaluating players, and like those are players that you should like. Those are players to be like excited and positive about.
Yeah. Look at the draft. You take 9 players, man. Like hopefully you can walk away with the majority of them being like key contributors going forward, starters, guys that could actually affect your team. You know what I'm saying? And it looks positive so far. Like especially for Banks, Tyler Shough, we'll see. Broughton, even he shined a little bit today. He showed up a little bit. Sanker, Raleigh had a couple good plays today. Diggs had a couple good plays today. So they got some guys in this draft, man, in this rookie class that should be interesting. Like we talked about Stutzman. So they got some guys, bro. But it's still young talent, though. You know what I'm saying? So
yes,
you got to expect the ups and the downs to come with that.
Yes. Someone asked, Wesley asked, who is worse, Foskey, Stephon Anthony, or Stanley Jean-Baptiste?
I think I'm going to go with Foskey, bro. Stanley Jean-Baptiste was bad, but it was like they cut the cord on that pretty quick. Like, it was like, okay, he's not good out of here. You know what I'm saying? They stuck with this dude.
It's the
third season, bro. And he does nothing. Stephon Anthony, like, as bad as he was, like, he at least had like 150 tackles and a couple of interceptions his first year. Like, he actually did stuff. Like, he wasn't a good player, but he actually did stuff.
He did.
Like, Foskey does nothing. Absolutely nothing. But I think that cake is baked, man. That cake bake is in the oven. It'll be done shortly. Bing.
I won before cut day, Ryan. Like I won it before cut day. Like I won like it's like a specialized like
just that graphic released with his face on there.
I need it, bruh.
Waved.
I need it. Wesley says Stephon Anthony at least had that kick too. He did. Me and Wolf were in New Orleans when that happened. That was against the Panthers game.
At the Decker shop, yep.
I
think he was the first player to return like
yeah, he was. He absolutely
2
was.
points.
Yes.
Extra point. I don't even know.
Yes, he was.
He had that. Like he did something at least.
So Tramal said Reese has regressed. Yeah,
I don't know. I guess so.
I'll wait till the regular season, but yeah, it does. Like it feels like he's regressed out after his first 2 seasons, and he wasn't even good his first 2 seasons.
Yeah,
I hope not, because like that's the one thing they can't afford. Like,
oh Lord, I just can't deal with it, bro. Got 4 first-round picks, and I know they didn't play today, but 4 first-round picks and a second-round pick on that line, bro. Like that line should be Gucci. Shouldn't even think about it.
Pristine, bro.
Now everybody like, oh, y'all got good tackles. Now you need to fix the interior. What? What do you mean?
I'm fed up with it, Wolf. Fed up with it, bro.
I can't take it anymore, damn it.
Get some weapons, and y'all better adjust those quarterback drops to 3-step drops, motherfucker.
Right.
I don't care. I do not care.
I don't care anymore, man. Jesus.
I'm out every time I'm watching preseason for a full weekend. Niggas got juice everywhere,
Everywhere,
nigga.
bro. I'm sitting over here fiending for Lil Jordan Humphrey. I'm like,
Oh, this nigga sick right now, bro.
Lil Jordan look kind of good.
This nigga sick.
Sick, man.
Yeah, I saw that the Jackson Dart throw. And then I realized I was like, it was the Greg Dosage. I was like, oh, guy got a sense of humor, bro.
If y'all don't know, we interviewed Greg Dosage at the first Senior Bowl me and Adam went to.
I really like
nicest guy.
Super nice. As a prospect, loved Greg Dosage. He didn't work out in Denver. He did not work out in Denver.
A lot of injuries.
What was maybe your biggest takeaway from this game?
I can't help but love the 5-year Rattler play with, man. Like Rattler, somebody tweeted, man, Rattler got that dog in him. He just got that little dog in him, bro. And he probably won't ever be like a great quarterback. He probably won't keep the starting job if he gets it this year. But Rattler got just a little bit of that dog in him. Like when that clock ticking, you just see it come out of him. And I enjoy watching that. You know what I'm saying? Like that last drive, I was in the car watching it on my phone. I had almost no doubt that they was gonna score a touchdown to tie it up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or at least like get a touchdown on that last drive. I had no doubt, bro, because he plays like that. He just plays with that confidence. And it was good to see him play with that confidence after last week. Well, I thought he was just a little tight.
Right.
And then there's not a knock on Shough. I thought Shough did some nice things in the game, but I would like to see him kind of pull it all together. But the clock ticking on that, bro, like, and maybe we do see it in the regular season, but I just think it's like, hey, that's gonna be risky putting him in a regular season game. If y'all can't run the ball either,
because basically at that point you're just like, I don't know. Like if I'm John Gannon, I already know what the plan is. It's like, well, let's take away 41, and we're gonna put the game.
Sending the heat. We gonna blitz all night. Sending the heat. Let them happy feet get happy. And the thing about Spencer, like we've seen him play behind like some of the worst. He's done it in college and in the pros. Just played behind some shit, and he will stand in that pocket and take a hit. He took a vicious hit earlier today.
Bruh.
But vicious, completed the throw. Because the thing about Spencer, like he will sometimes, and the great quarterbacks do this. You have to throw into the blitz. Like when that pressure is coming,
right?
There's a vacancy right there because it's a blitz. So usually there's a guy open behind it. You have to stand there and look down the barrel and make that throw. And Spencer will do that with no fear at all. And I think whoever's playing quarterback gonna have to do that a lot this year. You know what I'm saying? Like. That's just gonna be a thing.
I did want to give credit. Shout out to Regine Lewis with the $5 Canadian dollar.
Oh, thank you, Regine, out of Canada.
Reese only works if McCoy is around. Penning will eclipse him at guard by year end if he can get healthy. Penning is actually a plus run blocker. I don't know if I disagree. We'll see, because it's still a position that Penning hasn't played before.
Yeah, like you gotta play it, man. And he got a foot issue.
And Penning gotta be like healthy. That's the thing with like Caesar. That's like the annoying thing is like Caesar is like usually like routinely like healthy. Like he got dinged up in this game. He'll be fine.
He'll be fine, bro.
Caesar will be fine, bro. Oh, there's a point I was making. I was good to see that the play calling in this game, it felt like it was equitable across the board. It wasn't me that felt that last week in terms of like the competition. I was told that it was called differently. When was that? Like on Monday, and then Chris Sims felt like he's as a quarter, and I can't stand Chris Sims just for the record. Can't stand him. But he even said like it was definitely called differently. The play call. I felt like across the board, both quarterbacks got the exact type of play calling across the board today. In terms of like even Spencer said in the presser today, like he liked the aggressive play calling.
Mm.
So I do like how the play calling was equitable across the board. Dante said, "I know it's preseason, but Kellen 2 minute offense has been impressive the past couple of games."
That's
How
true.
did actually? That's the question I'm gonna ask you. But first, before I ask you, let's listen to our dude Bajan's Precious Works. Make sure you check out our dude Precious Works, and we'll be back after the break. Yo, what up, Wolf? What are you looking at?
Man, I'm checking out this website. This site is cheeks, bro.
In 2025? How do you have a crappy website? Couldn't be me.
They need to hit up our guy Bijan with Precious Works. Precious Works offers to not only build you a website that's tailored to you and your customers' needs, but also to continue to manage and maintain it so you can focus on your business. Don't have much time? Precious Works is just what you need. No out of the box stuff like Squarespace or Wix. Precious Works will create a site for you. You won't have to worry about plugin updates, security, or things like that because Precious Works will maintain all of that and be available to you 24/7. Bijan set up Saints Block Party podcast website for us a few years ago and hit it out the park. He also keeps it up to date and helps us anytime we want to add something new like a form or prospect matching tool that we did for the NFL draft. It's like having your own personal developer just a text or a call away. Precious Works has worked with everyone from small businesses to large firms, so no job is too big or too small. If you're in the need of a website or you currently have one, but you want to upgrade it, give Bijan a holler at Precious Works. You can get with him at Bijan at Precious Works, Bijon at precious.works, or go to precious.works for his website. Make sure to tell him Saints Block Party sent you.
We are back. So that's something I wanted to ask you after the break is okay. After two preseason games, impressions, Kellen Moore, head coaching thus far. I know it's preseason, so it might be a little limited in terms of what you can provide us.
As far as what? As like game management, play calling,
All encompassing,
just all vibes or whatever.
all encompassing.
I say out of 1 out of 10, I'm at like a 6. At like a 6. You know, like I'm not too high on them, but I like. There's a lot of things I like. A lot of things I like. What's on my radar is just the overall team preparation and how they've done this past training camp. Just the way they've done training camp. I've read and heard just about how completely different it is, the approach they've taken. Um, just they get a lot of work done, but it's very light, bro. It's very light. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. Like I just got to see the results in the regular season because the preseason just don't tell me enough. I got to see a team that's playing 4 quarters and just how well they're going to be able to stand up to real teams. But overall, I mean, I love the crossing routes. Like he did one of Shaheed earlier today.
That shallow
Uh,
cross was
yeah, I love it. I want to see. It's hard to tell right now how well the coaching is going, like as far as like the offensive line and the blocking and stuff like that. I'm trying not to put too much on preseason play.
right.
You know, we'll see how it plays out. So right now I'm at a 6, man. Like I feel pretty good about it, but not great. And I really want to see how he handled his quarterback decision too.
It's that to me is going to be fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
That to me is going to be extremely fascinating. I think some key takeaways from this game, especially, I think, regardless of who the quarterback is, I do think that whole process of playing a little bit up tempo, like not hurry up, but like with pace, with energy.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is something that whoever the quarterback is, I think that's going to be like something that's going to be in the Saints offenses
Oh yeah,
fundamental of how they're gonna operate.
yeah.
It's something like if you haven't been paying attention to, um, you know, showing like how the Pacers played, in
Mm-hmm.
the NBA, it's going to be in their DNA. and I'm not gonna say I'm not equating it to how Chip Kelly played,
Mm.
but when you play that way, when you play any type of up tempo style, especially on the offensive side of the football, the one thing I will say with that is that you have to be able to get first downs and have sustained drives. Because if you
Oh yeah.
don't, you are putting your defense out there and asking them to get stops repeatedly. And that's what
Yeah.
was the thing with when Chip Kelly was the coach of the
Oh yeah.
Eagles, that you can't do that continually, or you're putting your defense out there for failure.
Nah, man, they couldn't even get a red on the sideline. Defense had to come back out. Like, damn, we ain't get no Gatorade yet. Drive over
Can't,
already.
can't do it, bro. Can't do that.
Mm. But situationally, it'll be awesome. You know what I'm saying? Especially for like young quarterbacks, both Spencer and Shough. If you want to kind of get them going, say it's, say you start the game a little slow, you're a little sluggish. You kind of want to get that offense, getting into a rhythm, get them in that up tempo.
Bruh,
And,
it used to drive us crazy if the Saints offense started slow when
oh
Sean and
man,
Drew were here, and they went 2 minute drive, and then all of a sudden,
everything working.
we're like, can you do that more often in the game?
Like, damn it,
just drive us insane, insane.
oh, I used to hate that.
Hate it. What is your bet on who's going to be named the starting quarterback?
I'm still betting Spence, man. Just from a purely logical, eyes don't lie standpoint. I just gotta believe that football wins out here, and it's gonna be Spencer starting week 1. But could be completely wrong. I would not be shocked if I'm completely wrong because there are politics at play here. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm going to say the politics coming to the picture, bro. I think they will go with they'll go with Tyler Shough week 1. I think he'll be named the starter week 1. And I'm not here to argue whether that's right or wrong. I've said I think the wise decision would be to get Rattler the first week 1 to week 5, week 4, week 5,
we
and
played
then
who we play? We played Zona,
it's
Seattle,
it's,
49ers.
it's the no it's the Cardinals, it's the Niners, it's the Seahawks, it's the Bills.
Morgan Freeman, good luck.
And then I don't know who week 5 is Giants. So that's week 5.
And that ain't looking like no cakewalk.
Got Abdul Carter doing a stunt coming against 51 inside, bro.
51. Oh my god.
Against Abdul. Okay. All right. So it's a feeling. It's my part of mine is a feeling. Part of mine is like kind of what I've heard. I could be wrong. Maybe the coaching wins out in terms of the decision making. But what I will say is I don't think a third preseason game is going to be this deciding factor. Like people like that. That's the funny. Like people like, oh, this no, like literally no.
Man, they be trying to get out of there on that third preseason game, man.
Like if anything, the third preseason game should be like Hayner and like Decker's action. If anything, like, being completely honest, like I don't want to see anybody. Mark said it is Cardinals, Niners, Seahawks, Bills, Giants. Yeah, crazy defensive lines.
They can start who they want, man, but football has to be played regardless. And the team don't lie.
Them niggas might start 1-4 or 0-5. Woof.
For real, man. For real. Yeah, I'm feeling shaky about my Arizona week 1 win prediction. Feeling very shaky. Regardless of where quarterback, honestly.
Regardless, bro, it don't matter, bro.
And maybe I feel different. Like once they get the whole team on the field, Shaheed. I know we don't have a lot of juice, but once you get Shaheed, Olave, Jawan Johnson, AK, get all them on there. Maybe I feel a little. Maybe it looks a little better. Maybe Penny comes back in a couple of weeks. Who knows? We'll see.
One thing I keep saying, I think it's just gonna be truly fascinating is the roster construction that's gonna happen the last week of August, or maybe like this last 2 weeks. We already saw the Eagles trade for John Mechie the third.
Saints fans been talking about Mechie for yeah, damn near. I'm like, damn it, Eagles.
Howie said, "I got you. Don't worry. I got this. I got."
All he did was like swap picks and like move the tight end or something.
Okay. Howie said, "I got it." But I do think that is going to be an extremely, extremely, extremely fascinating process because they have I know this team wants to. It's funny because the team wants to add more juice, but the only way that they can't add it in free agency because free agents don't really want to come to the team. So the only way they could really add juice is through the waiver wire and potentially trading for a player, just like the Eagles just did and what have you. So I think that part of the roster construction these last 2 weeks to me is going to be absolutely fascinating.
Hell yeah.
And potentially offensive line, but no, teams aren't really trading offensive linemen like that unless they have a surplus, and no team really has a surplus like that. So that part, these last 2 weeks is going to be really, really fascinating to me in that aspect. And when the cut day happened, how many players they claim from other teams, because they're ninth in the waiver wire because it goes from the draft order. So, and historically, they have a pretty high claim preference. So I keep saying they may claim 3 to 4, 5 different players, bro. I would not be shocked at all. They may put in 6 to 7 claims on different players. They may be awarded only 3 to 4 players because they have other teams may get other players claimed because they're higher or whatever.
It's gonna be a plethora of moves, bro. All next week, players going to practice squad, get cut again, and come back on the practice squad, moving up to active. It's gonna be craziness.
Yeah. So next week, so they have their last preseason game Saturday against the Broncos, and then after that week after that is where it really starts to go crazy in terms of cuts, trades, everything. So we will have it all covered. We'll see. Once that decision is made, who's going to be the starting quarterback is for the Saints for Week 1, we'll talk about it. We'll go into depth about it. And we shall see what happens with these New Orleans Saints as they tied with the Jacksonville Jags their second preseason game.
Tied in the preseason. Tied game.
I feel like they were okay with that. I feel like they were. Just how
I saw Coach Chiefs over there smiling. I said,
smiling, bro. Smiling. And honestly,
because he likes seeing that.
Yeah. Yeah, of course you do. They came back, they competed, they listen, they exactly what you want to see from your team coming back from adversity. So anyway, we appreciate y'all for joining us. We have 113 concurrent viewers right now, so we appreciate y'all. 344 views, so which is crazy. So we will be back this upcoming week talking about more Saints. We'll talk about the Broncos game a little bit, but it's probably going to be mostly backups. But we'll talk about it still. But we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate y'all. Love y'all. With that, we are out.
Peace.